Hey everybody, clearing. All right, so today it's going to be a Divine Masculine check-in, but the first thing I keep being nudged to look at are some things that the Divine Masculines would want the Divine Feminines to know. Just before I get to that though, the question that keeps coming up that I feel the Divine Feminine Collective asking is, are the Divine Masculines spiritual? So I'm actually just going to shuffle and ask the Divine Masculines higher selves, Divine Creator, come in and show us, do the Divine Masculines think of themselves as spiritual? So here we go. Thank you, Divine Creator, and I welcome Divine Masculines higher selves to come in and express to us, how do the Divine Masculines view themselves regarding spirituality? What is it that we can see regarding Divine Masculine spirituality? What would you say? Divine... Oh, the Sun, that is enlightenment, but let's see what actually comes out. What would you say? And the Hierophant. What would you say, Divine Masculines, regarding your spirituality? What is it that we can see? How do you view your spirituality? What would you say? Ooh. Wow. This is interesting. So we get the Five of Coins in the reverse, and I heard there is no separation. Okay, and I heard very zen. Nine of Cups in the reverse. I wish for nothing. Content, just as they are. And I know you're my high priestess. It takes one to know one. Very nice, Divine Masculines. There's no separation, no longing, and takes one to know one. Cheeky Divine Masculines, I love it. Never ceases to amaze me. So let's just get some advice here though. I was also told to grab these cards to see how the Divine Masculines could progress. That sounds like they already know exactly what's up, you beautiful Divine Masculines, but I'm also being told to pull a card to see what your cutting edge is regarding that. So where can the Divine Masculines go from here? Thank you, Divine Creator. What can the Divine Masculines do that will further their development regarding there being no separation, no want for anything, and that they know who their Divine Feminine is? What can we see? What is the next step for the masculines? Communication. I'm not going to take it because there was a bunch of other cards that came out. Oh my, yeah, it came out again. Oh my gosh. So heads up, masculines, you got to do something about that. Divine unions depend on, you know, it takes two. Let's read this though. That, all joking aside, let's see what it says. So the frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information on many forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. So masculines, if you don't... Oh, it's so beautiful. I mean, isn't that a little bit self-explanatory? Masculines, you know this is your high priestess, but you're not taking action, you're not communicating. You won't jinx it. You won't wreck it at this stage, I'm hearing, if you do reach out. Get one more card and you communicate. You know, it's about reciprocation. Just because you know that there's no such thing as separation doesn't mean that you can't interact in the 3D with your feminine. And just because you don't want to look like, or you don't feel there's a need for anything, doesn't mean that your life can't be benefited exponentially if you do. Growth, you know, growth and development is the next step through reciprocation. Amazing. So let's see one more card. Here is an energetic card for the feminines watching, that their divine feminine or their divine masculine is in this frequency. What can we see? Dimensional planes of perception number 2, portals, possibilities, and options, and chamber of communication. Oh, correspondence, declaration, and telepathy. So feminines, do be aware that you are always in with that high priestess energy. The masculines know that you have this incredibly beautiful spiritual connection where you actually trust it and understand. After all this time, obviously there's been a deep energetic exchange on the telepathic levels, and just know that this has opened many portals along the journey, possibilities. It's kept the energy going. You have a deep unspoken bond, energetic relationship, and so keep developing that. Keep open with it, because you know this is first and foremost a spiritual connection. It's all about advanced understanding, spiritual understanding. I want to say again, it supports our ability, communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. So for a lot of twins watching this, telepathic communication and energetic communication, if you have not been giving that enough credit or validation, it's time to sink into it. It's time to connect on those levels and really understand, get to know each other on that energetic level. Have conversations with your twin. It might feel at first like you're pretending and that you're just imagining that your twin is having a conversation with you, but deepen it. Stay with the emotional responses you're getting. Feel into what you're picking up on. Ask beautiful questions. See what energetic responses you get. Have communication that way. Feel into it. Trust it. Both masculines and feminines here are being asked to start on the energetic levels with really feeling into the connection that way, validating it, trusting it, deepening it. And if you're already certain that you have a profound connection that way, I'm also hearing just take heart. It's going to be coming into the physical. And I'm being told to get one more. I'm also hearing that for many, the divine masculines are preparing to reciprocate. So that's also your green light, masculines, that you're getting the nudge. It's becoming time. Okay, reclaim your power and tend to the small things are coming up. Preparation. Everybody's coming into their own reclamation of independence, and tend to the small things. There are lots of things right now for both the twins in every dynamic that need to be I's dotted, T's crossed. Reclaim your power so that you can be free to explore this connection fully. Okay, let's shuffle now and get the daily masculine reading. So what is it, Divine Creator, that we can see? Thank you for using me as a channel of only the highest information coming through in support of the beautiful twin flames that join me here. What is it that we can see regarding how the masculine collective, our beautiful divine masculines, are viewing the connection at this time with their divine feminine? How are the masculines feeling the divine feminine connection on their heart space? What are the divine masculines wishing for the connection at this time? What actions are being taken consciously or inadvertently? Saw the Magician, which is conscious manifestation. What is the biggest challenge at this time? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? And where are the energies going in the near future? Ooh, and I'm actually being told to do a channeled message at the end from the DMs. Haven't done that in a while, so hopefully I'll remember 2 more shuffles, 3 more shuffles. I have been asked to use 2 of the most difficult to shuffle decks that I have today, so bear with me. Oh, and congratulations to Ivana B for the winner, being the winner of the 60-minute free reading. I haven't received an email from you, my dear. Please reach out. All right, here we go. What is up in the Divine Masculine Collective? What are they thinking about the connection? Patience and Queen of Wands. Wow, so we've got Patience and Queen of Wands. Masculines, this is interesting. So you feel you're being patient for your Queen of Wands. This is the flow, the grace, the availability, the sexual. She is the beautiful, sexually available, powerful, dynamic, very physically attractive version of divine feminine energy. When the masculines are focused on this aspect of the divine feminine, she is my Queen of Wands, twin flame card as well. But the masculines feel they're being patient, waiting on you right now. There is a sunflower here, so this could mean summer, depending on what part of the world you're in. Something could be happening in summer that the masculines are patiently waiting on. Maybe an opportunity with COVID to meet up, something like that. But the masculines are feeling consciously that they've had to take a step back to be patient for some reason here. Should I pull some clarifiers for the feminines? Okay, I keep looking at these ones today. What can we know, Divine Creator, for the feminines here? Knight of Wands, yeah, passion in the reverse. So masculines have somehow got it on their mind that there's going to be more physical intimacy down the road. They have put the connection in a not quite yet box for this sexual passion growing. They are thinking of you that way, but for whatever reason, I think that friend zone energy we got the other day, they've followed divine guidance to put a little bit of a energetic cap on this stuff for the time being. Knight of Wands in the reverse, feminines, can also mean deepening past the runner, chaser, hot and cold, and really sinking into more of a long-term, more of a substantial, empowered energy. So that's good news. If there is a cooling off right now, masculines seem to be internalizing a game plan. That's what I'm hearing. What are the masculines feeling on the heart space? Hermit and Six of Cups about reunion. So they're really meditating on this energy of what reunion will be like. Could be inner child healing, could be focused on children or the theme of children, could be hanging out with children quite a bit right now, or wondering about how that will play into your connection. I'm hearing logistics. So there are some growing and deepening energies I'm picking up on here. How to prepare for children, how to bring projects into existence together. I'm really feeling with this being on the heart space that there is an independent motion in the divine masculines, heart of hearts, regarding the connection on how to make things work. They're really looking at what would serve their inner child well and what they could bring as far as a compromise. Hermit is very much in the motion of directly getting transmissions from source about the destined path, sincerely looking at what is being shown on the heart space, what is authentically appropriate for this connection. This is not a casual energy. It's a very heart-centered, heartfelt desire to do it right, I'm hearing, regarding the theme of children. So take that how it resonates. And again, I'm hearing logistics. This is a big energy, sincere energy. And I'm hearing again, they don't want to overcommit before they know what would work for them. There's also a very easygoing come what may, observation type of an energy. Like they just want to wait and see how things unfold naturally, but they're getting these cues that it's time to start thinking about children in some capacity. What can we see for the divine feminines who are being considered in this beautiful heart-centered way? Oh, the Empress. Yeah, this is the mother. So I heard for some there are karmic partners involved with children. I just heard custody. There are a lot of logistics that way. So you are such a beautiful mother energy, divine feminines. This Empress card is abundance. It is the mother. And so your masculines are really looking at true abundance, not taking shortcuts, not taking the easy way out, putting in the real world time to establish certain foundations regarding children, or if children don't resonate at all, then inner child healing or projects. But really for many in this collective, we are looking at the theme of the long-term abundance regarding reunion, coming together, doing it right, coming together and staying together, I just heard. But what true abundance is, and that's not just physical realm and material realm. This is emotional happiness and fulfillment and sustainable joy, I'm hearing. So this is the true abundance coming in. So whatever this space is on the heart space, the masculines are sincerely looking at probably things that are ahead of where the divine feminines are considering. It's not so much a strategy I'm feeling, but an openness, which is incredible. It's a protector, it's a wise energy, it's a desire to sincerely know what the divine would offer as far as solutions to some of the logistics. Okay, what are the masculines thinking about or wishing for the connection? Completing the cycles of unrequited love. This is, look at this person here not seeing that unconditional love, the offer coming in from the hand of the divine. This is really, truly, any time that either twin has refused the love, has not gone forward, this is when it hasn't been seen as a romantic gesture. Three of Cups talks about third-party situations, other romantic options, not having a deep friendship, friendship not being enough. The masculines want to put an end to all of that. I'm hearing they want to become more primary, to find how they can deepen. So I've said it before recently that when the masculines say it's too intense, they want space, just friends, that it's a divine regulation system that comes in and meters the rate of the development of the connection. It's like a valving, it's an electrical gating. It either cools the connection, or, you know, those are the times where there's a metering of the flow that's available of the connection. And so if you're on the true twin journey, when the masculines say those sort of things, it is divinely guided. And this is the masculine's frustration at wanting to just figure out why that has been the case. So masculines, if you've been confused as to why that seems to be the only option for you, again, it's too intense, just friends, I need space, it's because you have been channeling that. And I see in these cards that there is a free will desire to be done with that cycle. Same with this Knight of Wands in the reverse, getting over that resistance. Another electrical term, like, wow, these connections are so incredible. So what is the advice we can see? 5 of Cups. So 4 of Cups with the 5 of Cups in the reverse. This is about mourning lost love. This is about grieving relationships that haven't worked out. In the reverse, it brings the 2 of Cups into highlight, shows the proper mythology, the proper storyline that focuses on the love that was there regardless. So both twins, I'm feeling this is a message saying these connections have been divinely protected, and some of the regulation through friend zoning and space and acknowledging the intensity to take that step back, that's all been deeply, deeply loving. So it's about time that we give that credit and stop taking it so personally, everybody, because it's actually divinely guided. And the masculines are just as spiritual. Divine masculines are incredible spiritual beings, and it has been very tender. I'm really being told to represent the masculines' hearts here. They have been incredibly distraught when these sort of things come out of their mouths. They don't want to hurt anybody. They don't want to hurt. When they take a step back, it's as deeply catalytic for them as it is for you, divine feminines. And so there's this sense of making sense of these aspects to the journey that don't allow the love to just continue growing. It's always when independent individual growth is needed, and the masculines often just take one for the team by calling those shots, by being that voice that says this is what needs to happen right now. But the masculines are starting to see their own worthiness in that, is what's really exciting. So good job, masculines, loving yourself for having to be devil's advocate in those moments where you've had to go against your better judgment or your heart and say enough is enough for now. We did see those 2 cards of communication though in the first part of the reading, and I do feel that there is some more mature, more balanced, more sincere communication about these things coming in. Let's see what actions the masculines are taking. Messenger of air, communication, and the world. So directly in response to, yes, I was totally feeling it. We have the world twice, right? So masculines, like we just got in their wish, they want to end these cycles of the appearance of unrequited love and really balance this out. Like I'm hearing the time is now. It is becoming divine timing to actually start talking about the love that's been here and how it's been protected through the rate of development that has affected each connection. So there are communication. Masculines may be talking to others and getting this. They may be getting divine guidance. They may actually be talking to other divine feminine energies and coming to this, is what I'm getting here. They're doing research. Messenger of air is a student card, a research card. So I'm hearing they're getting out into the world and experiencing energies, but they're also taking a cross section of, I'm hearing mainstream popular opinion on energetics. I'm hearing twin flames on relationship dynamics. They're starting to want to solve this. So masculines are seeking guidance. They're seeking the best the world has to offer on what this is. So for many masculines that have not understood this as a twin flame connection, they are really starting to give some attention to the fact that this connection is vastly different, and they want to close out the distance. They want to close out the illusion because there's so much love here. They want to eliminate that pattern between you, divine feminine, and them that feels like they're rejecting or that the love isn't there. They're trying to put their finger on it, it's on the tip of their tongue. I believe that missing piece is that this has been divinely protected and that it's been the masculines channeling that instruction all along, but they're coming to it. They're starting to see that light, I'm hearing. So what is the Oh, King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this is where we delude ourselves, where we think something is one thing. In the reverse, that is it. In the upright, this is a very clear, head over heart knowing, very precise. But in the reverse, yes, there's still some confusion about what's been playing out, because so many of these connections are run, on divine channeling. Both twins are speaking out divine guidance without really knowing it in these amazing love connections. And so we surprise ourselves sometimes what we're led to say and do, what we're intuitively guided to do. And so that aspect of the journey for the masculines is really coming into focus. So feminines, you can also do this curious work in your own energy field and look at the times that you've been led to say things. Ask the divine if there are any scenarios that you're still mulling over in your mind that you aren't quite sure why you were led to say and do something. Bring some consciousness to that. Bring it into the forefront. Meditate on what the divine would say was the benefit of certain actions or things that you've said. Really investigate for yourself what that has been. But there is a collective understanding of dynamics emerging here. We are becoming more, I'm hearing hive mind, we're all making little breakthroughs with these dynamics. As we're designing this, anchoring it, we're all having these little energetic aha moments, and every time we have those, it seeds into the group mind regarding the twin flame dynamic. So keep doing that energetic work. Keep your wits about you. Be savvy. Discern frequencies. Everybody who's been following me for a long time, I hear regularly in the comments, I'm getting this. This is starting to make sense. I'm understanding this. So run with it responsibly. Trust your heart to interpret these things. Seek divine guidance. This is a divine connection above all else. And we've got the world twice. Boom, boom. This is finalizing the 3D thinking and assessing this from the higher vantage point as a way of life now. So implement that in your own walk, each twin listening to this, because that is the next level that you are designing, because you are an innovator on this journey. Amazing. So what is the biggest challenge for the masculines at this time? King of Fire, ooh, and the Ace of Wands. So this is the divine masculine showing up. We had, here's the counterpart, and here's that passion that we've already talked about. So the biggest challenge right now is becoming this King of Wands for this connection and having this passionate new beginning. There's a real sense of becoming here, masculines, a real sense of stepping into it. We've been seeing the divine masculines stepping into this shaman energy, taking up their staff, learning the inner workings of divinely guided living, stepping into their power. You are becoming your truest self, masculines. You are speaking honestly, openly to all in your life. You're letting go of connections that do not resonate with this. You are on the daily getting to know yourself in a spiritual sense. And now there is a homecoming energy, a coming into alignment with the feminine. Look at this halo of enlightenment here too, and the sunflower. So there is quite a motion here, masculines, where you're sensing it's becoming closer to this divine timing. The World card twice, you are sensing on the deepest levels that cycles are going to be wrapping up for good, and this becoming. So patience, the first card of patience is coming back to me. It's an uneasy feeling when I tune into this, but masculines, there's no hard work. It's just the allowance of it. It's the recognition. You don't have to really do anything in the 3D. This is an inside job. With the World twice, it's just really forgiving yourself for the ways that you've misunderstood divine motion through you, channeling. Again, where you have said the connection is too intense, you just want to be friends or you need space, those regulatory motions that you've brought into these connections, masculines, it's okay. Just continue seeing them for the blessing they've been, the safety that they've afforded, the rate of development. There's so much we're transmuting in all of our lives right now, and for the last while we've been on these journeys, that has been a necessary thing. So continue to just trust the timing, trust the healing, trust that you're given this grace period every time there is some distance, some space in your connection, masculines. It is so that you can come more fully into this, and so your feminine can embody as the divine temple just that little bit more love each time. So trust it, masculines. Let's see what we can know for the feminines here, for the challenge of becoming the divine masculine. Yeah, Seven of Wands. This is the bravery to come up against, that's such a separatist term, but to really question the things that you've been interacting with, masculine and feminines. Each one of these represents a paradigm that the masculines have really had to take captive and understand their true power, their true authority under heaven regarding. This is that one wand. This is the becoming. I'm thinking of knights that have to ride out and do something to prove their nobility. And exactly, this is the rite of passage to become the divine masculine. All of it has been working towards that. This is the Knight of Cups, which is the knight that offers the cup of love, the messenger of love, and then we have the Page of Pentacles too. So this is in the reverse, meaning this offer in the physical is coming. This love offer in the physical is coming. This kindness is coming, but it has to be anchored in the masculines first. So masculines, continue trusting the process. Don't worry that you're taking too long. There's a sense of really being aware enough that there's a sense you might feel like you should be further ahead than you are at this point, masculines, because now you're seeing it so clearly for what it is, or you will be shortly. There is this growing sense of wanting to make up for lost time, but knowing you can't rush it. It has to be authentic. So breathe, everybody. These things are real. To have them sink in on the deepest levels so that there are not opposing subconscious drivers. That's why this takes so long, and it seems not uncertain, not confusing, but it seems unexpectedly stalled sometimes. Those are exactly the periods of time when these deeper integrations are anchoring into the cellular DNA, becoming the main awarenesses. That's how evolution happens. Okay, what is the spirit-guided solution to this feeling of having to go through the fire to anchor this in? Five of Earth. Okay, so this is the card of separation and the Magician. So divine guidance here is you are not doing, okay, this is no small undertaking. The divine really wants to impress upon the twins again, this is not a basic relationship. This is not an earthly karmic relationship that people so often rush into and then find out later why it wasn't the be-all end-all. This is establishment of the right thing for ultimate success under heaven and earth. This is transmuting huge generational karmic patterns, family line clearing, collective consciousness raising. This is not just about you and your divine counterpart. You are teaming up in just the ways that you're meant to to end separation once and for all, separation mindset. All of the little puzzles that each twin dynamic is working on to get closer to union in the physical, permanent physical union, as the twins are manifesting the solutions to bring thoughts and actions out of separation mentality and out of physical separation, as that magic is being worked. And I don't mean magic, I mean splendorous, spiritual splendor. As that's unfolding, energetically, it's doing things that are far more than a simple surface level crush or romantic love. This is actually doing the energetic heavy lifting to make a difference, not pretending. These are actually transmuting competition, lack, uncertainty. I'm hearing jealousy, control paradigms, power hierarchies, power struggles. All of those energies are being healed so that love can be. Easier said than done, everybody. So understand that's why these things take time. That is why it feels so painstakingly huge, because it is. What is the clarification here for the feminines watching? Oh, that's so many. I'm not going to take them. Let's see what happens. Just a couple cards. Oh, Four of Wands. Yeah, exactly. We are coming into actual union. This is the 1111 Twin Flame Union card. Each set of wands here is the own life path of each divine counterpart. Everybody's responsible for bringing their best to these union tables, and that is why it's such a sincere process. Both twins have to go through the 11 energies, the wake up energies, the rising up into the ascended energies in order to anchor this. It doesn't work if one twin is in the 5D and the other isn't across the board. It takes time to be actual perfected counterparts, but union is where this is going, what is being manifested. And every time a solution is recognized that changes the paradigm that would buy into the idea that there is separation, anytime a puzzle is worked that says that we see the way forward together, every time a deal-breaking energy is seen through and a compromise is met or a solution is identified, that ends the separation mindset, and that brings us closer to union. Each time we say it's possible instead of it's impossible, we're bringing in union. So each small thing is a win. Each small thing is a union, a mini union energy. So it's not a be-all end-all as a primary focus. It's every little small thing that eliminates this idea of separation. Every time a solution is manifested, union anchors just that little bit more. So that's mindset shifting, that's physical world motions, that's communication, that's every time something is overcome. Union. It's all union. People always ask, how do I know when union is coming? All of these steps along the way are union energies. Each one of those things is an act of union. It's like a walking meditation. The presence, to see each triumph as union in that moment, is union energy, is union. Each one of those wins is union. That's what's energetically transforming this earth dimension every time something is overcome. every time a solution is found. Have I said this clearly enough? It's really wanting to come through. That is union. Every time your mindset becomes freer, more loving, that is union energy. That is union. And your divine counterpart is this muse, is this consistent partner in that. You're already in union. If you're entangled on this journey with someone like that, you are unified towards this effort, people. Twins, that's union. You're doing this energetically. That's what it's meant to, that's how it's meant to be interpreted when we hear you're already in 5D union, because you're already collaborating these puzzles by way of this is your counterpart that you're working that with. Union consciousness is seeing it that way. Yeah, I get a little hyper about that. Okay, where are the energies going in the near future? More messengers, messenger of fire. So this is the Page of Wands. This is an even more beautiful commitment to the spiritual, independent spiritual path for each twin, about the future manifestations, seeing it truly from a spiritual aspect, and therefore manifesting higher timelines based on this. And look at that, one wand in this Page of Wands card plus 3 is that union energy. So again, every time you commit to the spiritual path, twins, you're contributing. Look at this. What did I just say? So each of these 2 wands represents, this is divine masculine, divine feminine side of the equation. Look at this. This person is choosing their spiritual path, which is one of the pillars of this twin flame journey. So divine masculine, King of Wands, divine feminine, Queen of Wands, and then the staff. Like, it's this pillar of collaboration, and then each one through their free will has to take this spiritual staff and embark on the spiritual journey, which is more central than the divine counterpart. If you can follow that, what a beautiful thing. Thank you, Divine Creator, for giving me that explanation. So here we have the individuals and then the spiritual journey within that model. Wow. Okay, so what can we get for clarification of the Four of Wands showing up in that cool equation again? What can we know here? And it fell on the Four of Wands, Two of Cups. Two of Cups, the love. It did come out in the reverse, which means the love is there, it's on the table, but it hasn't been seen for what it is fully yet. The only way you can see this love for what it is, people, is to take up the spiritual aspect, the spiritual journey, and seek divine guidance so your eyes are illuminated. For those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, the love is there already. Union is there already. The rest is details. The rest is the journey. The rest is the joy. The rest is the fun. Absolutely, everybody. Desire to see it through that way, through the divine aspect, through the energetic aspect of what is going on here. This is the missing assessment that allows for it all to come to life, to be seen for the joyful thing it is. Okay, one card in closing. I'm being asked to do these ones. One card for the twins in meditation to close out today's reading and leave the twins with a beautiful message. What is it, Divine Creator, that we can finish off with here? Okay, rare intersection of heaven and earth. Ooh la la. Yes, really, we're bringing the spiritual journey, reminding of this rare intersection of the physical. I'm going to hold that up again. The physical counterparts, and then the core spiritual journey that is the free will choice of each counterpart to take that staff in hand And I'm hearing rise above it, see the big picture, understand the spiritual aspect profoundly. Okay. Circle cross of tenon. Okay. Rare intersection of heaven and earth. Your plans and purpose are in alignment with greater cosmic forces. Whether you see it coming or not, things will fall into place, and what you've been working towards will come into fruition. A rare intersection of heaven and earth will result in a precious manifestation of grace. The divine shall correct a situation that is in need of realignment. Fear not. Pray boldly and faithfully. All is well. Oh,